So the family festival at UWC just recently passed, and for the first time ever, our GC played a very relevant role in it. We decided to go for gold, which meant we had to have a performance from us, run a stall, and also bake something, and also work with green fingers, like washing all the dishes and everything, and like we had to do a certain amount of hours for that. And as vice chair, I really wanted because it was like my last year, like being leading and like being like a big part of the GC. I really wanted to push us to the limits, so I said. So that's why I pushed so much for gold. But but the chair, Meher, she was very apprehensive about it, and she didn't think we should like stretch ourselves because, admittedly, our group is not the most committed bunch. Like they all care about the cause, but like a lot of them are just lazy. And in meetings, because we're like up there, a lot of them are friends with each other and friends with us as well. They just mess around a lot. So because of that, she didn't have confidence in the fact that we could do gold. But I said that we should do it anyway. And even though a lot of things went wrong yesterday, I think it was pretty good because basically for the festival, firstly, I choreographed an Indian dance for us to perform because our GC is based in India, and I think it was the easiest thing to do because I already had like a lot of dances kind of stored at the back of my mind. It was just a matter of compiling them together and picking songs, and my friend also helped me out a lot with this, and yeah, and it was really fun being a leader in that sense, like choreographer and teaching everyone because we would meet like weekly and everything. And although it was a challenge, especially with the group of people, they did love the dance, and I think that is why they tried making it as good as they could possibly make it in such a short period of time. Because usually for dance shows we have like months on end, and this time we only had like a couple of weeks or something. And although a lot of the time they did test my patience and I did have to raise my voice, and which was hard for me to do because at the end of the day, a lot of them are my friends, so I don't like yelling at them, but I think it was good in the sense like it helped control the dynamic, and because we still were able to have a lot of fun in rehearsals, but I just had to become a little more strict, even though I didn't like it, if we were to get anything done and if we were to get it to the quality that I wanted it to be, because it was like the first kind of dance that it was mine, and I didn't want it to be bad, frankly. And yeah, and then we also had to bake. So I baked some cookies at home. It was no big deal. And then my one of the other people in the GC, they also baked and everything, and that was no problem. And then the other thing, running the stall. So basically, I was there pretty much the whole day. I was there the whole day. Most of the time at the stall because that was the only thing we actively had to do. It wasn't like pre-prepared, but I had to go away when organizing the performance and like when going off to perform and everything like that and things like that. And by the time I came back, basically the actual slushy drink had run out, and no one really knew how to fill it back up. So someone had like the idea to just pour all the syrup in and just see what happened, but that ended up like releasing, like when you open the dispenser, like just a bunch of syrup. It wasn't like that slush, like, and basically the machine was kind of broken and it was our fault. And I'm not gonna lie, we don't have the best reputation with the service department because usually we don't do much, and it's in previous years the people who've led the GC have been kind of disorganized at times, and because of that we got a really harsh time from them about the slushy machine. But to be fair, no one knew how to manage it because no one had told us in the first place. But at the same time, I think it would have been my responsibility, if not someone else's in the GC who was there, to actually go and find out instead of just recklessly just pouring it in without asking and everything. But at the end of the day, it was okay, and they still let us get the gold achievement, so we got a huge amount of funds. It was more funds than we'd ever raised before, and I think everyone was so proud of it. And actually our chair, she wasn't there that day because she had something else to do, so it was just me organizing everything. And even like that pushed me greatly out of my comfort zone because usually I feel like I'm better at supporting someone's decisions and giving my opinion on them than like randomly coming up with my own, and like through all these like issues and everything that happened, I was able to keep my cool, find solutions, and get on with it. And I was very proud of myself for doing all that, because I've never I've been a leader in small situations, but this was a much bigger situation, and there was a lot more at stake, because I'm the one who had taken the risk going for gold. But it all paid off, and I'm really, really, really happy with it.